Yo, what up guys? You might remember that video where I made Kaki Crit, but since then I upgraded the Kaki a little bit and there's another place where you can crit Kaki. Might you ask, Kaki critting, how does that even work because you have the passive where you can't crit? There's this video, Seiishizo, where you have seen it before, where Kaki can actually crit if he puts Oblivion on himself when he is Oblivion by a Thessarion. And for that reason he can crit and hit a pretty big number. That big number in this case was like 290k, 325k, pretty nice damage. Might you say that's of course not really reasonable to use that in anywhere else as well? Well, yeah, kind of, but in this case we did go for the position where you could also do it with a Shizuka. And then with the Shizuka you're not gonna have the attack buff if the Kaki actually does die, but it is still an option to just simply crit. If you want to check out both of those videos, they are in the description down below as well. They were pretty funny, so I would recommend you to check them as well. But we had a pretty nasty hit over here, one-shotting both the Chandra and the Kaki, and it definitely did work out in this position. But then might you ask, how can we deactivate the passive on this 301 crit damage, which is even higher crit damage than the previous iteration? Well, there is one thing that is currently added, and that's only for the current rotation. It is pretty weird, it's pretty niche, you're probably not gonna be using that much of it, but we have this one thing that I'm currently sitting in front of, which is we do not have passives in this first stage. So yes, is this actually going to be usable? Hey, there's an Orion Pillow. Hello, Orion Pillow. But besides that, sidetrack. Okay, putting myself back in the position. Yeah, we can't crit here. So in this case, we can use a Kaki. And then let's put a whole team around him and let's just see how hard he hits here. Is this really that much of a usability? Not really, but might there be any place in the future where you would actually say like, hey, it might actually be useful in here? Could be. So let's think about what kind of team. First, when I was thinking about this team, I was like, okay, I'm gonna add in a Miriam and a Deborah and hit very hard. It's like, oh wait, those are passives too. That's say that doesn't work that way. If you cannot have the benefits with, you cannot have the positives without the negatives or the other way around. Balance as Thanos would have liked it. But let's see what we can do. We are super low on crit rate, so we definitely do want to add in something along the lines of a crit rate buff. I do think I want to go for some attack buff. I do think I want to go for, let's use you for pushback. Let's use you for armor breaks. Let's use you for the attack buff. And then let's use in the immensity for also crit rate buff. And then I think I have everything pretty much set, right? Plus, this is also a full boost, so that just makes things a little bit easier to work with. In this case, I didn't go full all out with fight runes, so these don't have fight runes, and this thing doesn't have fight runes, but you could add in a lot more fight runes to this, would make it a little bit better, but let's just first of all see how this would work. So we're gonna boost up this thing. I am really curious to see how much damage this will actually do. We do have a few, oh yeah. Can we replay the clip of me saying passives don't work? Neftis is a godforsaken passive as well. Oh, whatever. We have a few armor breaks. We have 2 armor breaks. That's how good it works. If you can do that. Okay, let's see how much we can hit. 120k is actually not that bad. Kind of expected more for some reason. Like the other thing doing like crazy amounts of damage, this just doing 120k is actually not that much. I kind of did expect more. Well, if your Neftis can't armor break, a Maximilian can, right? Just trade one OP unit for the other OP unit. But this OP unit at least is not working by a passive. So let's actually see how this would work. So, yep, we armor break about, well, nearly everything. Let's boost up this thing once again. Well, you have seen, it's about 120k damage. But let's actually see if we can manage to clear the whole thing with it. Pretty much we can. Now we would need quite some time to get the skills back, so it is actually pretty nice that we didn't land on everything. Let's just see if we can actually clear the stage with it. If you know any other place or any other method besides just being a dead revive from a Shizuka / Seimei, or using it like this, or getting yourself to an Oblivion state, and then you can still use the Kaki in that way, let me know. Because I'm pretty curious to see if there's any other methods for that as well. So, okay, in this case, I think I'll go for... Do I go for pushbacks? No, I think I do want to get my skills back for the final stage, though. So, I don't think I will go full ham on doing damage, while you still do a lot of damage. I would have to kill a few things in here, though, to make it work, I guess. Okay, that one can definitely tank it. These are all not going to be hitting that, so... Let's just waste a few turns just to get skills back. I definitely do want to see like how much damage there's. That one actually can't handle hits as well. I was hoping they would hit for that one. Okay, you are stunned. That is perfect. You're definitely not going to be hitting that. Would be very surprised about that if it would actually do that. We nearly got all skills back. Casual 30k on the skill 1 times 2. Okay, we got the skills back. Let's go for a little bit more healing. Yay, damage. A little bit damage. You could go full fight sets. You would absolutely do a bit more damage, but I was actually expecting a lot more damage from it. But I guess that these units that we're fighting have a decent amount of defense as well, and for that reason you're not really hitting as hard. Let's see, armor break on pretty much most. That's good. Let's go for the heavy hits. How much can we hit on this Lima? Just, wow, I guess that these things have too high defense. Don't deal jack shit of damage. You're disappointing. Why only 100k? I think that there's a lot of units. Well, I guess enemy max HP and TOA hell helps a little bit more than just doing this kind of stuff. Can it work in the end? Yes, it can work. Is it because of the Kaki? No, probably not really. Let's see how much damage we do on skill 1. Skill 1, 28k per hit. Definitely not too bad. So, is it really recommended / useful / anything? No. Was it kind of funny? Yeah, I would say so. It's just try to get that Kaki in a few places here and there. Just kind of a random video. If you get any other ideas for me to make like super random videos on super weird mechanics that I can just abuse, like bunch of weird sets, bunch of high damage sets or anything cool like that, let me know in the comments. If you did like this kind of video, let me know as well. Pretty short one for today. Guys, thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next one. Just to be known, you know the rules then. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better tonight. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab, which has the dungeon guide archive and the video guide archive, which contains all of the guides that you need. Hope to see you there.